have Georgia played? Woo! Wee! Yeah, good morning, and that is Uncle Lou here. Yeah, that's right, it's me, Uncle Lou, and guess what? I'm live for you on LouTube on National Championship Monday, and my Georgia Bulldogs are suited up and ready to go, taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide tonight in the 2021 College Football National Championship game, a rematch of the SEC Championship game from a little over 4 weeks ago. A game, of course, which Alabama won 41-24. Second year in a row they beat Georgia 41-24. We'll see what happens tonight. I don't know how much is left to say about this game over the last 10 days. I feel like myself and every other person with a college football YouTube channel has talked about this game endlessly for obvious reasons. This will probably be a quick show. I am live streaming during the game tonight right here on this channel, so you don't have to be on the Patreon page to watch it. I think I've only streamed one Georgia game all year on YouTube. The rest of it on Patreon, so we're going to do it right here on YouTube. So if you think Georgia's going to lose and you want to show up and troll me, tonight I'm going to go live around 7:45 right before kickoff. Kickoff's around 8 or 8:15. Or if you're a Georgia fan and you want to come celebrate with me because you think Georgia's going to win, come hang out tonight. Watch the game with us right here on LouTube. We're going to have a good time. Good luck to both teams. Let's hope for a good game. Let's hope the referees don't decide the game. I'm not a believer in any of these conspiracy theories about the referees trying to prop up one team or another. The reality is the referees are just terrible in general. Let's hope we don't have any situations like that. No injuries, of course, and I don't know. I know everybody that's not either a Georgia or Alabama fan is hoping for just a close game so that it's worth watching. So we'll see. I don't think it will be as lopsided as the SEC championship game one way or the other. I don't think anybody will win this game by, 17? I think it'll be a little closer than that. Georgia's favored by 2.5. They were favored by 6.5 or 7 in the SEC title game, but still favored by 2.5 in this one. So we'll see. We'll see. But this is your last chance to get your predictions in. Who do you think's going to win? What do you think the score is going to be? Does anybody think we're going to see JT Daniels today? I don't. I don't think we're going to see JT Daniels. I think Stetson Bennett could come out and throw 5 interceptions, and we still wouldn't see JT Daniels. I gave up on that 2 months ago. I'm not even going to discuss the quarterback situation until after the game, one way or the other. Kirby's either going to be a genius or a GOAT, depending on how Stetson Bennett plays. A lot of pressure. Gator Zone, thank you for hitting the super chat at the top of the show to help support the show. I appreciate that. He says, Georgia 31, Alabama 20. 1980, say hello to 2021. I've tried to get the most out of this 1980 shirt over the last month since Georgia made the playoffs as I possibly can. I think I've worn it in almost every single video I've made over the last 3 or 4 weeks. I'm hoping that today is the last day I have to wear this shirt. I hope I can order me a 2021 shirt tomorrow. That's what I'm hoping. Trace Lothar, thank you for hitting the super chat to help support the show. He says, go Dogs, Lou. Hill people say 1980 no more, 2022. Well, the game is played in 2022, but this is to determine the 2021 national champion. Chance-tastic, thank you for hitting the super chat, buddy. I appreciate that. He says, hey, Lou, it's a win-win for me. Nick Saban adds to the already godly coaching career, or Georgia ends their championship drought. By the way, what's the over-under for Kirby wearing a visor in a climate-controlled stadium? The percentage that he wears a visor, 99, well, hell, 100%. Of course he's going to wear a visor. He's going to wear that same women's golf visor that he's been wearing for years. I can't stand that thing. I think it looks ridiculous on anybody. But for him to prance around the sidelines in that thing, I don't like it. But apparently he has some sort of fetish for women's golf visors. It is what it is. I'm kind of surprised more people don't make fun of that visor, like opposing fans with the trash talking, you know. It's mostly just a bunch of rehashed 1980 jokes over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, rinse, repeat. There's really no other jokes anybody can make about Georgia. I'm surprised I don't hear more about Kirby's women's golf visor. It just looks absolutely ridiculous, in my humble opinion. However humble that may or may not be. I'm nervous. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous. I read something earlier today that once I read it, I was like, oh, yeah, That's right. But I never really thought about it before. Since the playoffs started, only 5 teams have played for a national title. Can you believe that? Only 5 teams have played for a national title. Bama, of course. Clemson, of course. Ohio State, of course. Which one? Who am I leaving out? LSU and Georgia. Those are the only 5 teams to play for a national title. 4 of those 5 teams have won a national title in the playoff era. Georgia, the only team in the playoff era that has played for a national title but not won one. Georgia keeps finding ways to be the worst of the best. You know, think about the last 20 years of college football. Who do you think has had the best program in college football over the last 20 years that has not won a national title? I think it's Georgia. Wisconsin's had some really good years. Oregon has been consistently pretty good. But I don't think there's a team that's been as good as Georgia over the last 20 years that hasn't won a national title. And now, I hear this stat this morning. Only 5 teams have played for a national title in the playoff era. 4 of those 5 have won a national title. And, of course, the worst of the best, Georgia has played for a national title but not won one. And they're either going to go 0-2 in playoff national title games tonight, or they're going to even it up and go 1-1 by knocking off Darth Saban, Lord Saban, the Sith Master. I don't know. Duderino, the Lebowski, the duder, his dudeness. Good to see you in here, buddy. He says, women's golf visor. Good luck, y'all. Gig'em. Congrats on a great recruiting class, says Gig'em. That's Texas A&M, isn't it? I think it is. Monster recruiting class Texas A&M had. One of the best of the modern era. Rob D, thank you for the super chat. Oregon did in 2014, lost to Ohio State. Go Dogs. Nervous as... Oh, is that true? That's right. They beat Florida State in the first round, didn't they? Okay, good. Good. So we're not the worst of the best. Oregon is the worst of the best in the playoff era then, I guess. I don't know. I heard that on the radio this morning in the car, and I was like, wait a minute, is that right? And I started thinking, I forgot about Oregon in 2014, but you're right. You're right, because I think Oregon beat Florida State, right? In the first ever playoff game, I believe. First year of the playoffs, right? Yeah, I think you're right about that. CJ says, welcome back, Pizza Woman. Yes, welcome back, Pizza Woman. It's almost like you were never gone. Georgia has to win this. Has to. It will be another 40 years. Another 40 years for what? Another 40 years for what? It's been 21 years for Oklahoma. What are y'all waiting on? Nicholas Williamson, thank you for the super chat. Number 3 seed has never won a title in the playoff era. I don't think any of that means anything. Will Kirby take some time and get on treadmill if Georgia wins? Is he getting pudgy like me? Has he somehow become fat like I have? I haven't noticed. Chancetastic, thank you for the super chat. Might be the last time we ever say this. Hashtag 1980 in the chat. Let's get them out before we get further into the stream. As always, much love, Lou. Thank you, Chance. I appreciate that. You are good people. Sorry about that. Here come the 1980s. Good job, Chance. You pulled them out. You brought them out of hiding. All the 1980 trolls are getting it out of their system now. Captain Trips, thank you for the super chat. Is there more pressure on Alabama or Georgia in this game? Georgia, I think. I think there was more pressure on Alabama in the SEC title game, because they had to win to make the playoffs. Georgia was in either way. But I think in this game, the pressure is on Georgia. I mean, they were ranked number 1 the majority of the season. They're favored again I think Georgia has the better team this year. Outside of quarterback and wide receiver one, I think Georgia has the better team. Now, that didn't matter in the SEC title game, and it might not matter tonight. If you get out-coached, if you get outplayed by a Heisman-winning QB and you lose the game, doesn't matter that the other team was better, right? Better team doesn't always win. I mean, who's better, Alabama or Texas A&M? I think Alabama's better, but Texas A&M beat them on one Saturday in the fall. So, anything can happen when you line up and play. The best team doesn't always win. The best team usually wins, which is why teams like Georgia, Clemson, Alabama, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Notre Dame. I mean, it's why you see the same teams in the top 10 at the end of the year over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, because they have the best teams, and the best teams usually win the most games, but they don't win every game. So we'll see. We will see. Georgia shouldn't have been the number 3 seed, but you know why they did the rankings that way. You think Cincinnati should have been the 3? I don't know. Maybe you do. Steven, what does that say? Jenwright? I don't know if I said that right. Thank you for the super chat. Both teams are great no matter which way this game goes. Respect all the players on both sides. They've all worked hard. I think both fan bases have respect for each other too, except a few. I have respect for every team in college football, every player in college football, and every fan. But that doesn't mean we can't do a little trash talking. Trash talking to me is not a sign of disrespect. Trash talking is just a part of college football to me. Now, not everybody sees it that way, and a lot of people get ran off of this channel because they got thin skin and collect Kleenex for a living, and they don't like the trash talk, but that's a them problem, not a me problem. This will always be a trash talk channel at its core. Parker, thank you for the super chat. Who has the better chance that the game goes past 2 overtimes? God, you know what? That's probably a push, because after the second overtime, you get the ball at the 2-yard line over and over and over again. So you're thinking goal line offense there. Both teams have good lines. Both teams have good lines of scrimmage. Both teams have good running backs. Both teams have mobile QBs who could scramble and score on a 2-point conversion. I think that's kind of a push. I think running 2-point conversions over and over again is kind of a push. I'm not sure if there's one team that would have an advantage over the other in that scenario, unless Georgia lines up with the Jordan Davis package in the backfield, with Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, all the defensive linemen lined up as tight ends and fullbacks and running backs. Maybe you have a little something there. Wouldn't that be something? What if the game... What if that happened? What if the game went to 2 or 3 overtimes and they're sitting there running 2-point conversions back and forth, and Jordan Davis scored the game-winning touchdown on a 2-point conversion in the 3rd overtime or whatever? Wouldn't that be something? That would be wild. Luke Bryant, thank you for the super chat. He says, best of luck to you this evening. Win or lose, your channel will flourish regardless. Go Dogs. I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. We'll see. I know if Georgia is losing tonight, there will be more people watching my live stream than if Georgia is winning. That I know. I've been doing this long enough to know that. I remember last year when I streamed the Georgia-Arkansas game on YouTube, first game of the year last year, and Georgia was losing in the second quarter. There was 14 or 15,000 people tuned into my live stream to laugh at me. In the third and the fourth quarter, when Georgia was up by 20 and 30 points, there was 3,000 people in there, or 1,500 or whatever it was. People love, misery loves company, what they say, right? Yeah, I've been doing this long enough to know. People love to come watch you lose. They love it. Chris, the Miami Hurricane, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, Uncle Lou, who's a better QB in your opinion when they were at Bama? Mac Jones, Tua, Jalen Hurts, or Bryce Young? Well, I don't think you can say anything about Bryce Young yet. He's only been there 1 year. Let's wait till he finishes his career, and then we compare it to the other people's career. Mac Jones had the best individual season, in my opinion, last year. I think what Mac Jones did last year, to me anyway, is even more impressive than what Bryce Young has done this year. I know Mac Jones didn't win the Heisman, and Bryce Young did, and I'm not taking anything away from Bryce Young. And by the time Bryce Young leaves Bama, because he's got to come back at least one more year. He's a redshirt freshman, Bryce Young. He was on the team last year but didn't play much. his second year, so he's got to come back next year for a third year. Let's see what he does next year. It may be that Bryce Young is the best of the four. I don't think it's fair to judge a player that's currently playing against players that have already played their entire careers at Bama. You see what I'm saying? So let's remove Bryce Young. So who's better between Mac Jones, Tua, and Jalen Hurts? Tua probably had the better career, but I think Mac Jones had the best season of any of those. That's probably I don't know if that answers your question or not, but that's about the best way I think I can answer that. I think that's about the best way I can answer that. What are y'all eating tonight? That's always very important to Uncle Lou. Game day food. So what is everybody eating today? Colby, thank you for hitting the PayPal link, buddy, to help support the show. I really appreciate that. The PayPal link is scrolling across the bottom of the screen, and the Cash App link, too. And I'll post the PayPal link in the comment section one time. I think it's in the description of the video, too. But anyway, Colby, thank you for hitting the PayPal link to help support this show, buddy. That means a lot. He says, Uncle Lou, thank you for another amazing year of covering college football for us and keeping us entertained. You're the man. No, you're the man, Colby. You're the man. If there was no one watching, it wouldn't be no point in doing it. So I appreciate everybody that's ever clicked on an Uncle Lou video, whether it's a live stream, an uploaded video, whatever it is. It blows my mind. Still to this day, every time I upload a video, it blows my mind that one person watches it. Never mind tens of thousands or whatever it ends up being on some of the videos. And, you know, this is a year-round thing. I don't go away when the season ends. I do live shows and upload college football videos year-round. There is no off-season for Uncle Lou. This is my full-time job. This is how I eat. This is how I support my kids. So I don't go anywhere when the season ends. And we have a lot of fun here in the off-season, too. And it makes it go by a little quicker, I think. We kind of break the off-season up into different sections. You know, you got like the recruiting period coming up in February, then you got spring practice in March, and you got spring games in April, then you got the arrest season in May and June. Then you got summer workouts in July and SEC media days. Then you got fall camp in August, and then the games start in September. Kind of break it all up. Helps it go by a little bit quicker, to me anyway. Steven, thank you again for the super chat. He says, trash talk is fun. Still can have respect. I agree with you 100%. That's why I watch your channel. Whoa, Tide. Thank you, Steven. I feel the same way. J.R. says, woo, it was colder than blazes in Indianapolis. Win or lose, buddy. For fuck's sake, please don't drink another one of those nasty Cokes. There would be no point in doing that. I drank that last time on a bet. Leading up to the national title game in 2017, I think I made a bet with somebody that if Georgia lost, I would drink a 1980 Coke bottle, the commemorative Georgia National Championship Coke bottle from 1980. So I don't know that there would be much point in doing that again anyway. But I don't have any bets like that lined up for this game, so I don't know what I'm going to do if Georgia loses. I guess it depends how we lose or why we lose, right? Just like I don't know what I'll do if we win. I have no idea. If we win, that's going to be a scenario I've never found myself in. I was 2 years old in 1980, you know. Definitely didn't have a YouTube channel back then. I didn't even know what football was. I was 2 years old. So if Georgia wins tonight, that's uncharted territory for Uncle Lou. So I have no idea what I would do or how I would react. I also don't know what I'll do or how I react if we lose because I don't plan that stuff out. The broken TVs or the rants and the yelling and screaming that I've done after some of Georgia's losses, none of that stuff is ever planned out. So I really don't have any idea how I'm going to react to this game, regardless of which way it goes. What does that say? Dex, UFPA, or whatever that is. I'll be eating Captain Morgan. You're drinking your game day food, huh? I hear you. Gator Gang, thank you for the super chat. He says, hit the like button. Yeah, y'all hit the like button. 550 people in here and only 149 thumbs up. We ought to be able to get it to 300 thumbs up, really, if there's 500 and something people in here. It's free to hit the thumbs up. I don't know if you knew that. It's completely free to hit the thumbs up. Doesn't cost you anything. Doesn't take any time either. Very little effort and energy. Hit the thumbs up if you're excited about this national title game tonight. Let's see if we can get it up over 300. Thank you, Gator Gang, for the super chat. Chancetastic, thank you again. But, Lou, who have they played? Yeah, who have Georgia played? Who have Georgia played, Lou? Who have Georgia played? Woo! Yeah, nobody. I've been making Georgia videos on YouTube for what, 6, 7 years. Over that entire time, Georgia hasn't played anybody. Every single Sunday during the season, I wake up to comments that say, "Oh, look at Lou bragging, beat some nobody," and then the next week they're like, "Well, Georgia's gonna lose this week because it ain't played nobody." They'll say the same thing if Georgia wins tonight. They'll say, "Well, Alabama was no good. It was a rebuilding year. They were a young team. Georgia still ain't played nobody." They'll say the same thing. Georgia could win 50-0 tonight. They'll be in here tomorrow with the Georgia ain't played nobody. Johnny Red Dot, thank you for the super chat. He says, Lou has a tremendous football IQ. When I read a comment like that, I don't know if the person's being serious or they're trolling me. He says, I wish you the best, even though we are Bama fans. Respect, and we will congratulate you if you win. I appreciate it, Johnny Red Dot. Look, that's the only way to do it. Yes, I come on here and talk a lot of trash every single season, but every game that Georgia has ever lost since I've been on YouTube, I have been on YouTube right after the game to admit I was wrong, to congratulate the winning team and the winning fan base, and that's all you can do. Now, well, you can duck and run and hide, and unfortunately, that's what a lot of commenters do. You know, they spend all week telling me Georgia's going to get their brains beat in. Georgia comes out and wins, and then I never see them again. But as for me, I'm on here right after every single game, win or lose. So that's just that's how you have to be. Slim Shady Canes, good to see you in here, buddy. Thank you for the super chat of $19.80. I see what you did there, by the way. Got some bad news for you, though, Slim. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to need you to start super chatting $20.21. It's unfortunate, but it's just a reality that we're about to find ourselves in, Slim. He says 1980 will never die, hoping for a clean, close, injury-free game. Lebowski, thank you for the super chat. I expect a backflip from you if Georgia wins. Well, you can expect a backflip in one hand, and you can take a doo-doo in the other. Let me know which one fills up first. About the best I could promise you would be a headstand on the futon back there. I did that. When did I do that? I guess, was it the Georgia-Michigan game? I don't forget what happened now, and I got all excited, and I ran back there, and for some reason I thought it would be a good idea to do a headstand on my futon. Hurt my whole left side. So, in other words, I say all that to say this. There will be no backflips from Uncle Lou. That I can promise you. There will be no backflips. Neon, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, Hail Comics Gate? Go Dogs in a series of upper and lowercase letters. I hope you're okay, buddy. I don't know if you had a stroke when you were typing that or what. If there's anybody with Neon right now, stick a wallet in his mouth or something. He may be having a seizure. Don't want him to swallow his tongue. S. Hobson, thank you for the super chat. He says 1 to 3 million parlay, a 1.3 million parlay on dogs. Payout is $600K. Take/ride. Well, that comment doesn't make any sense. A parlay is more than one bet on the same ticket. So I don't know how anyone did just a parlay on the dogs. Like, that's not a parlay. That's just a bet on the dogs. I don't really understand what you're asking. A parlay is two different bets, like Georgia to cover the 2.5 and for the total to go over 54 or whatever it is. That would be a 2-bet parlay. But you say 1.3 million parlay on dogs, payout is $600K, take/ride. There's no way the payout on a $1.3 million parlay would only be $600K. The payout on a parlay would be even a 2-bet parlay on 1.3 million would pay out almost $3 million. So I'm not sure if you typed that wrong or if you're not 100% sure what you're trying to say. Lebowski says a headstand will do. Okay. I could probably promise you a headstand. Again, I'm going to be live streaming. I'm going to end this live stream in probably about 15 minutes and take myself a little break. And then I will be live streaming during the game right here on this channel. I can't show the game, so don't show up saying, show the game. I'm not sure you can't show the game. Shut your channel down, but I will be live streaming during the game so you can see my reaction. I won't be I moved the chair out of the way. If you've never seen one of my live streams, I've got like a 4 TV setup in here. I don't need 4 today. We're down to just one game left, but and I just pace back and forth in this room and yell and scream and act like an idiot for like 3.5 hours. That's what I'll be doing tonight. I'll probably start that stream around 7:30 or 7:45. I think the game comes on around 8. Kickoff probably a little after that. Chance-tastic, thank you again for the super chat. He says, if you're an NFL GM, you taking the field or Hutchinson? Well, it depends on the team. I mean, if you've got 2 all-pro defensive ends, you're not taking Hutchinson, whether you have the first pick or the last pick, So it depends on the team. I think he'll be a top 5 pick based on who picks where. The first team that needs a defensive end is going to take him. He's probably the best player in the draft. G Money, thank you for the super chat. After Georgia loses, I don't know what that means. After Georgia loses tonight, what are they loosening? After Georgia loses tonight, they'll have to make a documentary on ESPN called Take Me Back to 1980. You tried, man. Unfortunately, you don't know how to spell loses. You spelled it looses. I don't think either team is going to loose tonight. I don't think either team will be loosing. But maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong once before. One time, I actually picked Georgia to beat South Carolina in 2019, believe it or not. Mayhem Matthew, thank you for the super chat. He says, go Dogs, love your channel and can't wait to watch the game. Your thoughts if the defense will play better this time around? Yes, I do think the defense will play better this time around. Bryce Young's been sacked in every single game this year except the SEC championship game. In fact, he's been sacked an average of 2.5 times per game. He's been sacked 35 times. That's an average of 2.5 per game. And there's been, I think, 4 games where he was sacked 4 or more times. And Alabama is down a lineman or 2 tonight, or if they do play, they're not 100%. I would be shocked if Georgia went 2 games in a row against Bama in the same season with 0 sacks in both games. I would be shocked. I think if Georgia can get 3 or more sacks, there's a very good chance they win the game, especially if those come on 3rd downs. That's 3 ended possessions that won't be ending in a touchdown, G-Money says loses. Oh, okay. All right, now I understand. Has Jordan Davis worked on his cardio? I mean, how much can you work on your cardio? If you weren't in shape on December 5th, you're probably not in shape now. I mean, Jordan Davis is a run stopper. So when Alabama would run the hurry up, he couldn't get off the field. Jordan Davis only plays on 1st down and then 2nd and short. That's it. But Alabama ran the hurry up and he couldn't get off the field. Jordan Davis is pretty worthless in passing situations. I love Jordan Davis. He's probably the best run-stopping interior lineman in all of college football. But it's pointless to have him out there when the other team is passing, and Alabama was able to find a way to keep him on the field. And he wore out. I think if the same thing happens today, he'll wear out again. Check your PayPal, Lou, okay? Oh, I'm way behind. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's catch up on some of these PayPals. Raj! Raj! Raj, my man, what's up, buddy? He says, Raj, let's put the women and children to bed and go looking for supper and let the paramedics sort them out. Bama goes down. Go Dogs. # team asshole. What is that from? Friday? Is that from Friday Night Lights or the program? I can't remember which movie that's from. If it's, or was it not Friday Night Lights? Remember the Titans. Is it Remember the Titans? I don't know. It's from one of them football movies. I'm drawing a blank on which one it is. Let's see. Who's next here? Is this JC? JC, thank you, buddy. He says, good luck to both teams. I hope Georgia wins. Either way, I think it'll be a good, close game. Go Dogs. Yeah, go Dogs. I agree with you there. Go Dogs. I deserve a win. Look, I love all the Alabama fans on this channel, but for Christ's sake, man, look, if Alabama wins, how excited are Alabama fans really going to be? It's just another national title. I mean, they just won one a year ago. They've won, what, 6 in the last 12 years? How excited are Alabama fans really going to be for another national title compared to how excited Georgia fans, mainly me, would be if Georgia finally won one? Can't Georgia let Georgia just have one? One. Rob Dog said $20.21. I like the forecasting you're doing there. Foreshadowing. He says, Rob Dog here, let's make this amount the new trendy number. Go Dogs, though. Oh, I appreciate that, buddy. David T., thank you for hitting the Cash App, buddy. I appreciate that. He says, Go Dogs. Woo! He put the Ric Flair drip on it, too. Ric Flair drip go, woo on a bitch. JR, thank you for the super chat. He says, if UJ wins, I want to see Woo and BA twerk. I've twerked on stream before, I'm pretty sure. BA claims she can't twerk. She claims she can't. I asked her the other day, I said, well, have you ever tried? She said, yeah. So maybe we need to just get her to try again. Try some more. Try harder, maybe. Or more often. I tried to tell her practice makes perfect. Hoghead, thank you for the super chat. Lou, if UJ gets control tonight, I will send you PayPal and give you my cousin Sam's phone number in Rogersville, Alabama. Not if Georgia takes control, because Georgia has taken control of Alabama the last 4 times we've played them. So I'm not doing any calling of Alabama fans or anything like that till the game is over. I don't care if we're up 30 points at halftime. No. We were up 10-0 last time we played. We were up, 21-17 at halftime last year. We were up, 21-14 at halftime in 2018. And we were up 20-17, 20-14 at halftime in 2017. Anyway, so we've quote unquote had control of Bama the last 4 times we played them. And then the second half happened. I think of all the stuff that's been said this week, that's the most important thing. Maybe turnovers are the most important. Cannot turn the ball over. But Georgia's got to find a way to score in the second half on Alabama. Georgia hasn't scored more than 7 points in the second half against Alabama in any of the last 4 times we've played them. That's why we're losing. You know, we're winning at halftime of all these games. Not the last one. We were winning after the first quarter. But anyway, we have leads in all these games. But then in the second half, it's like we never come out of the locker room offensively. Haven't scored more than 7 points. You're not going to win a big game that way. If I don't watch this game and at the end someone tells me, hey, Lou, Georgia scored 6 points in the second half, I'm going to say, well, we lost again. I don't even need to know any other stat. If you can't score in the second half, you're not going to win. Period. Period. Billy Boy, thank you for the super chat. He says, I've been on social media for a while, but good to watch with you, Lou. I'm the idiot who you made fun of for the clock not stopping against Cincinnati last year. Funniest live chat out there. Go Dogs. I remember that. I didn't know they had changed the rules about when the clock stops. I remember that. Ethan Cruz, thank you for the super chat. I hope Nolan Smith has an MVP night. Yeah, Nolan Smith, Trayvon Walker, Robert Beal's been playing since Adam Anderson has been gone. Those guys need to have good games. Of course, the inside linebackers, N'Kobe Dean, Quay Walker, Channing Tindall. Stephen Roberts says, my mom passed away this morning, Lou. Now I need you to win this game. Man, that's I'm sorry about that, man. That is terrible news. I'm sorry. I lost my mother around Christmas time 3 years ago. I don't know what advice I could give you that I'm sure 100 other people haven't already told you since this morning. That's terrible news. You never stop missing your mom, but it gets easier as time goes along. You start thinking. You got to think about the good memories you had with your mother, and eventually you'll get to that point. It's hard in the beginning because you're just focusing on my mom's not here. It's hard to think about anything else. Eventually, you start to spend more time thinking about that one Christmas 10 years ago when mom said this, or that birthday where we did this for mom and all that kind of stuff. But that's terrible news. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. Colton Hortzman, thank you for the super chat. Let's get this dub, Lou. Go Dogs. Yeah, I could go Dogs. Yes. The Bama tears are going to be so sweet. The Bama tears are going to be so sweet. Mayhem Matthews says, going to be watching your live stream while watching the game on my TV tonight. Can't wait to cheer for the Dogs with you. You've helped my channel from 3 subs to 33. Thank you. Go damn Dogs. Yeah, go damn Dogs. How about them fucking Dogs? Slim Shady says, according to the testimonial, my troll model services are said to work miracles, but spelling and grammar are not part of this curriculum. Yeah, now it's up to them to learn that on their own, Slim. You should not be responsible for having to teach the trolls how to spell. I will agree with you on that. Teaching them how to troll, yes. They need your tutelage there. But it's up to them to take some initiative and learn basic spelling and grammar. I would agree with you. So I made chicken and dumplings today, so I'll be eating that here in a little bit. And then I've got, what else do I have? Oh, a vegetable tray, chips and dip, mozzarella sticks, those twice-baked potato skins that you buy frozen at the grocery store. I think they're like TGI Friday brand or something. I'm not going to eat all that. I always end up with like twice as much stuff to eat as I need on game day, and then I end up eating it all week long. But that's what I'll be eating today. Colton Brown, thank you for the super chat, buddy. He says, can I get a clap and a woo? Go Dogs. I'll give you 2 claps and a Ric Flair. Woo! Yeah, that Ric Flair drip. Woo on the bench. Mississippi Day. Yeah. What he said. Unknown Messiah, thank you for the super chat. He says, good luck tonight, Lou. May the best team win. Whoa, Todd, whoa. Yes, may the best team win. Looks like Craphead done went and got himself timed out. Oh, spamming. Yeah. Plus, he typed 1989 like an idiot. 1989. Imagine getting timed out for spamming 1989. You can type 1989, just don't spam. Don't spam anything. It's enough people in here making comments without the same person making the same comment over and over and over again. That's why you got somebody timed you out there. Is that true, Colby? YouTube brought back the feature where you can click a name and go to channel. Let's see. Not for me, they didn't. Not for me, they didn't. I'm clicking on names, and it's not giving me no option to go to channel. Mine don't do that. And I'm on a PC. Maybe it does it on the phone. I don't know, but it doesn't do it for me. Friction Vixen, thank you for hitting the super chat. She said, I need Uncle Lou to show me what twerking is. Can you give me an Uncle Lou sample? I tell you what, tune in tonight when I'm not sitting down, because I don't sit down during the game streams. I run around this room like a chicken with my head cut off and act like a complete imbecile for 3.5 hours. Come hang out tonight during the game stream, and I'll see what I can do about a twerking lesson. Now, the thing is, if I give you a twerking lesson, I'm going to need to see at the Slob Olympics if my lessons paid off or not. Just so you know. Leonard Duke, thank you for the super chat. I'm waiting for the post game to see the Dogs fans' videos of torn down doors and busted TVs. Love this channel. Whoa, Todd. I don't know about a busted TV here. It depends how the game ends. I don't know if I can handle a last second loss. That may result in a broken TV. If Georgia's down 30 points at halftime, you're probably not going to get a broken TV because I'll have the whole second half to digest the loss. I mean, it's hard to get mad an hour and a half after you know you're going to lose the game anyway. So it just kind of depends how it goes for me. Hell, I don't know. I might break a TV in the first quarter. I don't know. Stetson Bennett comes out and throws an interception on the first play of the game. There's very likely going to be a broken TV. Yes. Luckily, there's only one game on tonight, and I've got 4 TVs in here. So really, I could break 3 TVs during the game tonight and still have a TV in here to watch the game on. So stay tuned, I guess, is all I could tell you there. Leonard Duke, thank you for the super chat. I'm waiting for post-game to see the Dogs fans video. Oh, I just read that. Thank you for the super chat, Leonard. Alabama 38, 1980, 17. Damn, okay. 21-point win, huh? Georgia pick 6 for the loss. Yes, that would result in a burned down house here, probably. Uncle Rico says 1 broken TV per quarter. God, I hope not. I really hope not. Jacob Underwood says, you will respect Stetson. Respect is earned. Respect is not given because some typer troll told somebody to give it. Respect is earned. It's part of the problem with people today. They want everything given to them. They don't want to earn it. Anger, denial, suicidal tendencies. My crazy aunt can give you a number. Can she give me her number? This Wildcat is pulling for your Dogs. Y'all deserve it. Good for the SEC. And Bama will be fine if they lose. Yeah, look, let me tell you something. Whether Bama wins this game 100-0 or loses this game 100-0, Alabama's going to be the number 1 team in the preseason next year. Alabama's going to be better next year than they are this year. There's no question about it. So, as far as Alabama can handle a loss, yes, they've got 6 national titles in the last 12 years. It's not going to hurt them one bit to lose this. And like I said, it doesn't matter what the score of tonight's game is. Alabama will be the number 1 team in the preseason next year, heading into the season. But there's no such thing as a down year for Bama. They've got 13 top 5 recruiting classes in a row. There's no such thing as a down year for Alabama. If you want to know what a down year is for Bama, it's 2019. When they didn't even make it to a New Year's Six bowl, never mind the playoffs. That's a down year for Bama. And that's what they lose, 2 games? Kirby's visor's putting some steaks on the grill. Now that sounds good. You can never go wrong with a good piece of red meat. Why does the live video keep going out and it shows the After Dark pick? The After Dark pick is what you're watching. That's what's on the screen. There's nothing going out. That's what is on the live stream. It's hard to troll Lou when he's giving Bama credit. How can you not give a playoff team credit? I don't know. I mean, I can trash talk Bama with the best of them, but I mean, that doesn't mean you can't give them credit for. I mean, that's why. Look, that's why I didn't make another hype and hate video. Everything I said in the first hype and hate video still applies today. Alabama's a very inconsistent team. They're a very young team. They don't have a great offensive line. They have struggled to run the ball this year. This is the worst running Alabama team in 15 years. They've been inconsistent, Defense didn't show up against Arkansas. Offense didn't show up against Auburn. Sloppy and a lot of weird mistakes against Texas A&M. Special teams blunders on their end. Then they gave up a special teams touchdown in that game. I mean, everything I said in the hype and hate video for the SEC championship game still applies. Problem is, none of that stuff showed up against Georgia in the SEC title game for Alabama. They weren't inconsistent. They did run the ball pretty good. Bryce Young did not make mistakes. They did not give up any special teams touchdowns. I mean, people saying Georgia has no chance. Go back and, well, it's too late to go back and watch it, but think about that first matchup, right? Alabama scored 24 points in the second quarter. All the other three quarters were Georgia won the first quarter 10-0. Alabama won the second quarter 24-7. Third and the fourth quarter were competitive. Georgia got into the red zone twice in the second half against Alabama with a chance to make it a one-score game and came away with 0 points both times. A turnover on downs, and Stetson throws an interception. And then later in the second half, Stetson throws the pick six. Alabama, how about the Alabama fumble where the ball was on the ground for what seemed like forever, and it might have well been a greased pig. No Georgia player could find it, and Alabama somehow came up with their own fumble recovery. If some of those things don't happen in this game, you're going to see a much closer game. Jamison Williams, he's going to make some plays. What you can't have if you're Georgia is all those busted coverages. If Jamison Williams just beats your DB, then you tip your hat to him, and Bryce Young makes a good throw, and Jamison Williams is an amazing wide receiver, and you say, well, they just made a great play. If he's running wide open down the field and there's nobody within 15 yards of him, like happened in the SEC title game, that's what can't happen. That's what can't happen. He's going to beat some DBs in one-on-one. He's going to beat some zone. He's going to beat some double coverages. He's that good. But what you can't do is have him or any other wide receiver just running completely uncovered with no Georgia, busted coverages. You can't have that this go-round. Alabama being sacked in every single game except the Georgia game. You can't have that. You got to get Bryce Young on the ground. I think Georgia's got a chance to win. Alabama's obviously got a chance to win too. But the idea that Georgia's got no chance because they lost the SEC title game, I don't buy that at all. If you watch the game, Georgia did some very uncharacteristic things in that game that they haven't done in any other game all year. And then you have the pick six. You got the other interception in the red zone. You got the trip to the red zone where they come away with no points. So we'll see. Mitch all day, thank you for the super chat. Matt and I are hunkered down in frosty central Pennsylvania. Belly full of barbecue, ready to stomp these gumps. # go dogs. Thank you for the super chat, Mitch. Colton Brown, thank you for the super chat. One more thing. Hey, Lieutenant Dan, don't forget your wheelchairs. Ice cream. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. Ice cream. One broken TV per quarter. Rico, you better be wrong on that, buddy. One broken TV per quarter. I can't have that. I'm going to have to say no on that. Austin, thank you for hitting the link to the Cash App, buddy. I appreciate that. He says, I've been watching you since 2017. Go Dogs. That's a long time. 2017. I started making, I think I started making Georgia videos in 2014, but I didn't really start doing it full time till around 2016, 2017. So, but yeah, you've been around a long time then. You're an OG LouTube watcher. Mitch, thank you for the Cash App too. Hunkered down in Pennsylvania. Hashtag Go Dogs. I gave you Go Dogs one time. I hope to hear a lot of that tonight. A lot. Joe, thank you for the very generous of you to PayPal. Joe, I really appreciate that, sir. Thank you very much. I appreciate you supporting the channel and the show, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much. Kimball. P Digits. Is that P Digits? Says Digits. Thanks for the entertainment. Enjoy the game. I get more entertainment from you guys than you guys get from me. I mean, I'm thankful that you guys, are as sick and disease infested as I am about college football. And that y'all hang out with me all the time on these videos and stuff like that. But I get just as much, if not more, entertainment from you guys than y'all get from me. But so whatever it is I do that makes you want to watch, I don't know. But I'm glad you're entertained, and y'all are entertaining to me too. So thank you for the PayPal and helping to support the channel, man. I really appreciate that a lot. Sean M., thank you for the PayPal. He says, fuck the Gumps and Go Dogs. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's going to be a good game, ain't it? It's going to be a good game. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Homegrown Cowboy, thank you for the super chat. He says, Lou, Bama fan here. Are you as nervous as I am? SEC. I'm extremely nervous. Extremely nervous. I get nervous before every game, but there was something weird about the SEC title game, and I talked about this the day of that game. I've never been in a situation like that where Georgia could lose that game and still make the playoffs. It was a weird feeling that I had. So I was still nervous because I wanted to win the game, but it was a hard feeling to describe. I hated that we lost, but knowing we were still going to the playoffs, it was a weird thing. This game, obviously, none of that applies. I mean, this is it. You're going home. Everyone's going home after this game, win or lose. They say, the thing they say, win or go home. Well, the winner and the loser is going home here after tonight's game. And I want Georgia to go home a winner. You want Bama to go home a winner. We're going to see what happens, but I'm extremely nervous about this one. Part of it, most of it, really, is because it's the national title game. And look, I'm a Georgia fan. It's not like I have a ton of experience getting ready to watch Georgia play in national title games. This is only the second time for me, 2017 and now. Georgia hasn't been in another national title game, going all the way back to the BCS era. Georgia's never played in a national title game other than 2017 and now. So I think Georgia fans, I think, have to be more nervous than Alabama fans, just because, if for no other reason, Alabama fans are used to this. Georgia fans aren't. I can speak for Georgia fans. We're not used to being here. People remind me all the time, Georgia ain't Bama. I know. Believe me, I know. Nobody's Bama. We ain't Bama. So I'm extremely nervous. Extremely nervous. What else is on here? JP McGrath, thank you for the super chat. Good luck to you, brother. Rooting for the Dogs from London, England. Dang. Across the pond. Yeah. Rooting for the Dogs from across the pond. I appreciate that. Let me guess. It's cold and rainy there. Isn't it always cold and rainy in England? Is that right? I've never been there, but isn't that what you hear all the time, that it's always cold and rainy there? I think so. I think that's what you hear all the time. All right, everybody. I'm already 6 Fireball shots deep. Good. I'd sleep for a week if I drank 6 shots of Fireball. Good God almighty. This man, 6 shots of Fireball. The game don't start for an hour, bro. Slow down. Slow down. All right, I'm going to get out of here, okay? I'm going to take me a 15, 20-minute break or whatever. Well, let me read these another couple of PayPals here. Rodolfo L., thank you for hitting the PayPal link to help support the channel, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I hope you're having a good new year. Hell, I hope your whole 2022 is great. Forget just the new part of it. I hope all of it is good. James F., appreciate your passion for the dogs. Keep it up to great work, and let's win one tonight. Let's win one. Let's win one, James F. Just one. Look, Georgia is unlikely to make the playoffs next year, in my opinion. That defense is gone after this year. Top 2 running backs, gone. A couple offensive linemen, gone. George Pickens, probably gone. I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I don't think Georgia will be as good next year as they are this year, unless, well, overall, Georgia will not be as good. It's possible if they make a quarterback change and the right quarterback change, they could have a much better quarterback next year. Maybe that helps make up for some of the other areas where they won't be as good. But point is, Georgia needs to win tonight. We're not Alabama, like I just said. We don't get a chance after chance after chance after chance at a national title. Georgia doesn't. At least they haven't in the last 40 years. Maybe something changes and we start making the playoffs more consistently or something, but we don't get a bunch of chances. It's time for Georgia and Kirby Smart to get the monkey off their back, to beat Alabama and Nick Saban, and to bring the first national title to Athens in 41 years, since 1980. It's time for that to happen. It needs to happen tonight. Nobody wants it more than I do. There's a lot of people that want it just as much as I do, but there's nobody that wants it more than I do. And Georgia needs to go out and make it happen tonight. You don't get too many cracks at this. And it's time for Georgia to win one. And hopefully for my sanity and for the well-being of Georgia fans everywhere, they get it done tonight. I'll be back in about 30 minutes. I will be live streaming during the game tonight. So if you guys are going to be watching the game and you want to come hang out in the comments section to see my reactions to what's going on during the game, to troll me, to congratulate me, depending on how it's going, whatever it is, I'll be live streaming the entire game. I don't care if it's a close game, 100-point blowout, one way or the other. I'll be on here for you to come and make fun of or to congratulate, depending on how it's going. So I hope to see a lot of you back tonight for that. What time is it now? 7:17. I'll be back around 8 before kickoff. I'll be back. And we'll watch this national title game. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Good luck to Uncle Lou and the dogs. I'll be here for congratulations. I sure hope so. God, I hope so. Just give me one. For God's sakes. Give me one. I deserve a national title.